Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moltrap here, coming at you with game number 1 of yet another quarterfinal of the 2004 ever OSL. POS, Pirates of Space, by the way, get your mind out of the gutter. Julyzerg versus YellOw, who is, I believe, playing for KT. I know later on he was on Team KT. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go, KTF. Yeah, and let me make sure I catch the names here. So it looks like YellOw is going to be... Oh, God. Oh, God. YellOw is the teal Zerg, and Julyzerg is the yellow Zerg. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, well... Oh, this is gonna hopefully not break my brain. Oh man. Anyway, let's get into this. So YellOw is gonna be the teal colored Zerg at the top middle. I'm gonna call them by their names. I just hope that the color doesn't mess me up. This is on Requiem, by the way, and they're actually gonna scout each other first. Both players scouting each other first. We got an early spawning pool here for YellOw, the player YellOw. Maybe I should just call him Hong Jin Ho. Anyway, so spawning pool first there, and it looked like, I didn't actually catch exactly when it was. It looked like a 9 pool, I think. So it's a pretty early pool, and now he's actually scouting with the drone as well. And what's he gonna? He's gonna steal. He's gonna steal Julyzerg's gas. That is really interesting. He's not taking his own gas yet. He's gonna steal Julyzerg's gas. And I mean, I guess, you know, the reason is because if you can get ahead in tech, can be a pretty big deal. He may actually be trying to make him get a hatchery. No, he would go for a hatchery anyway. So this is actually, and now he scouts it. He sees the spawning pool. Julyzerg sees the spawning pool, and he immediately cancels his hatchery. He says, all right, if that hatchery stays up, it's just going to die anyways. Okay, he's actually, he was not intending to steal it entirely. He was blocking it for a short amount of time. Because, you know, if you can get your gas going first and you can stop your opponent from getting speed or lair first, it's actually could be a really big deal in Zerg versus Zerg. And he's actually running with drones as well. Colonies going down, along with 3 colonies going down for, and I actually can't even tell whose are whose, which colonies are whose, but I believe most of those are Julyzerg in defensive colonies, and you can tell because they're not morphing yet, but this is an offensive colony for YellOw. Coming in here, he's got more drones as well, and he's actually going to run his drones away. Not sure what's going on there, why he decided to fall back from that. I guess he's just not committing to this. Maybe he saw all 4 of those colonies and was like, never mind, not going to try. 4 colonies is too much to counter. I can't counter that with two of my colonies being late. And he's going to get this. He's going to get the spawning pool. Julyzerg's tech is just so late. His spawning pool tech is just so late that he actually can't get anything out. He actually gets 4 sunken colonies, probably a couple Zerglings. Does he even get any Zerglings? He may not have actually gotten any Zerglings out. He may have just made sunkets with the money that he had. And now, wow, YellOw has this game well in hand. He's actually building a macro hatchery in his main. A little bit strange to have it there, actually, because there's no possibility of a counterattack from Julyzerg. Julyzerg can do nothing but defend for a little while. He has to rebuild his spawning pool. He just spent so much money on defenses, on 4 creep colonies, all sunkens. That you know, he just spent so much money on that. He's behind, and his spawning pool's dead. He has to rebuild that as well, which this is crazy. This is crazy. Anyway, I was going to say earlier that, you know, if you can delay your opponent's tech in Zerg versus Zerg, Zerg versus Zerg is often considered to be like a rock, paper, scissors type. Wait, what? Did he use 3 of his sunken colonies to kill one of his sunken colonies? He did. I think it's so that his gas can mine better, but that's still kind of insane that he had to do that. Imagine if he just hadn't built that colony, and now he's got a macro hatch that he's building in his main. That makes a lot more sense because he is in danger of attack. He's got his spawning pool down as well. So, but anyway, yeah, it could be considered like a rock paper scissors matchup. But imagine playing rock paper scissors and you get to watch what your opponent throws and then you throw after, right? So that like the delay in tech can be similar. It's not a very good metaphor actually. Now that I think of it, it's a terrible metaphor because you're actually getting your tech first rather than the other way around. He kills another. What the? He actually killed another sunken colony with his other 2 sunks in order to make sure that he could mine effectively. But now he's short sunken colonies, and now YellOw is running in with his own drone to build a sunken colony behind the mineral lines. It is out of range of Julyzerg's sunk. Julyzerg is making another sunken colony in his main line, but it gets picked off by those Zerglings. It's taken some damage by the Zergling. Actually, I'm not sure what attacked it, but the sunken colony is going to survive back there. It looks like Julyzerg's sunken colony in his main mineral line is going to be late. The Zerglings do sneak in there. It looks like he is going to barely polish it off. Barely. He polishes off that sunken, is able to cancel his own colony. Imagine if those 2 sunken colonies he built earlier had just been better positioned. Right? If he kind of like, he did it in a panic, obviously, but maybe, what if he moved one a little bit to the left and one a little bit to the right, so it didn't interfere with his mining, and it covered his back mineral line? This would be a completely different game. Julyzerg has had to waste so many resources on those sunkens that he ended up just killing himself. Now his lair is up, and he's trying to defend here desperately. I believe that YellOw's lair is already up, and his spire is probably already morphing. We haven't gotten a shot of his base too recently, but anyway, yeah, and those were some people, a lot of people with coordinated signs to cheer for YellOw, by the way. I'm not sure what it said, but I recognize his name in there. Anyway, so yeah, the spire is almost complete there. Actually, Julyzerg's spire is not very far behind. Now, what is far behind is his gas mining as well, so he's going to have less gas in the bank when his spire does pop. But this is a very interesting situation. I really am not sure how Julyzerg can get back into this. He seems to be hanging on very well, but he's just so far behind. Look, he hasn't even spent any money on Zergling speed, and we do have a Zergling skirmish going on. A little bit haphazard for Julyzerg. He had a couple less Zerglings. He decided to engage anyway, maybe just to try and clear up some of those Zerglings before the Mutalisks come in, maybe to try and bait him into the sunken colony fire, and he's actually going to kill the gas! He targets down the gas with the extra Zerglings. Oh no! Oh man, imagine if there was 2 sunken colonies protecting that gas because they were put a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. This would be a completely different game in that situation. So, and I don't necessarily call it sloppy by Julyzerg because he was in a panic. He needed to defend at all costs or lose the game immediately. And so he just planted down some colonies in a place where they could defend his hatchery basically and his mineral line, but against Zerglings. But did we just see Scourge kill an Overlord? I think we might have. Julyzerg is in so much trouble. Scourge are popping out now. Can he defeat these Mutalisks with just Scourge? It's going to be really difficult to do. If he has more Mutalisks popping out, he can split the Scourge. He might do that. Julyzerg is in desperate situation now. He does have almost equal Mutalisks, but he needs to be very careful because he's got a little bit less power, I think. And some Scourge pop out. If he can land those Scourge and then go into Mutas, then he will be able to secure his base. Okay, he does push those back. But, I mean, Julyzerg is just so behind on everything. He's behind on gas. He's behind on everything. It's going to be so difficult for him to do this. Now, he does chase those Mutas away, but he knows that more Mutas are coming to join those. And so he falls back to where he can build some Scourge. And that Overlord is a little bit nuts. I mean, that Overlord... Oh, there's 2... Wait, YellOw has 2 Overlords in Julyzerg's base. That's kind of odd. It might have been that they were scouting, I guess, and he just forgot they were... I mean, I guess he just recently got air units, but he kind of could have expected the air units were going to be popping out when he scouted the Spire and retreated those Overlords away to a different direction. So, some free kills on Overlords for Julyzerg is the first step. It's a baby step in getting back into this game, but he still has a ways to go. So, this is still going to be tough for Julyzerg to get back into it. And the Scourge are chasing him down now. Are we going to have a Mutalisk on Mutalisk battle? And YellOw is actually charging in here. Despite having less Mutalisks, he has more Scourge coming in, though, to try and help out, though. And actually, maybe I just saw that wrong because of the pixels on my screen, but he comes out way ahead with 3 extra Mutalisks. I think his Mutalisks were just on top of each other, and I thought it was 1 when it was actually 2 or 3. Because, yeah, YellOw comes out way ahead there. Those 2 Zerglings are going on a desperate suicide mission that is not even going to have any chance of succeeding. They're going to get swarmed by enemy Zerglings, which are running across the map now to finish him off. Julyzerg is going to lose this game. So Yellow's going to go up 1-0. And very disappointing considering the fact that Julyzerg is the defending champion. Remember, he won the previous OSL. He's going to try desperately to defend with Zerglings attacking in combination with these sunken colonies. The Mutalisks are coming in as well, though. Does Julyzerg going to have anything pop out to save the day? No, he will not. He will have GG to save some face, and he will be losing the first game. So, well played by YellOw. And, you know, it was a kind of a build order win in a sense that, you know, YellOw had the early attack. Julyzerg was going for 12 hatchery versus a 9 pool. That's basically, I mean, that's the rock. The rock, paper, scissors is, you know, 9 pool beats 12 pool. 12 pool beats 12 hatch. 12 hatch, or, I did that wrong. No, sorry. 9 pool beats 12 hatch. 12 hatch beats 12 pool. And 12 pool beats 9 pool. Yeah, so that's the rock, paper, scissors setup. That was kind of the way ZVZ worked for many years that we were witnessing here. So Julyzerg, I mean, you got to hand it to him that YellOw threw paper and Julyzerg threw rock, and he still managed to hold on as long as he did, despite having thrown the wrong symbol there. So almost pulled it out. And I think, you know what? I kind of feel bad because I wish I could see how this game had gone if, you know, he had put his Sunkens in a better spot from the beginning so he wouldn't have to kill them off in order to get gas. So that's kind of crazy. And then he killed off 2 of them. He maybe could have killed off just the one on the right and not the one on the left or something like that. Anyway, so that's going to do it for game number 1 of this series between Julyzerg, the reigning OSL champion, and YellOw, who is probably the best Zerg in 2004, though definitely the most accomplished Zerg in StarCraft history in 2004. So huge matchup here. We're going to get to game number 2 next to see if YellOw can close it out with a 2-0 or if Julyzerg can fight his way back into a position of potential victory like he did in the group stages. All right, thank you very much for watching. GG, and I'll see you next time.